Hey, book club besties.
From Scrubs to Book Club, we're two burnt-out healthcare workers who love to yap about books. I'm Katie.
I'm Star, and welcome to Aimless Attention Podcast.
Today, we are going to be talking about book boyfriends that fit our love languages.
Yes.
So Star, sorry, I totally went over you.
No, Katie's so used to being the one
I'm
to
so
start
used to
talking.
leading this.
Yeah. So I was thinking, okay, so a while back we were talking about love languages, and I thought it'd be really fun. So there's 5 love languages. Most people, I think, at this point are starting to learn their love languages because I've heard comedians and stuff going off about it. Like now, it's just really funny, and I have a lot of friends that are like, "I refuse." So just test you can take online. It's by Gary Chapman, really awesome guy. I think he was an anthropologist. Is that what they
something like
call
that? I think it's an anthropologist.
People, don't kill me if that's not right.
I think he's an anthropologist.
Genuinely, I read all his books. Really amazing. You can have love languages in your friend groups too, which is really freaking cool. It pretty much applies to anything that makes you feel loved. So the all of a sudden I'm like on the spot and can't remember any of them. So you've got quality time. Thank you. I like you've got quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, and physical touch. And physical touch is not what you think. Most people think sex. Physical touch can be anything from like a smooth rub across the back as you're passing somebody, or just a glimmer like this is considered considerate to somebody with love, or touches their love language. So the fun part about this is that we're going to give Katie some trouble on this one. So Katie's 5 are...
My first one is quality time, which threw you.
Okay.
When I took this.
Yes. So a lot of times when people tend to show their love languages in the respects of like mine is physical touch. I don't like to be touched. Should be an automatic kicker for people to know that mine is physical touch is my love language. Because if you fucking touch me, I will punch you. The reason for this is because I don't fucking love you. I don't want you to feel loved. I don't want to feel loved from you. So a lot of times,
intimate for you.
a lot of times people show their love language. So like Katie doesn't really cross me as quality time just because Katie's does a lot of things like word affirmation. Acts of service are really big, I've noticed in her. So people tend to show theirs, especially if it's a coworker. If they bring you something, like let's say like your coworker loves to bring you coffee, that is usually because they love to receive gifts.
Yeah.
They don't know that they're doing their own love language because they're trying to show you said love. So that's why it was really funny when you told me that. I fucking died. But then we spent enough time together, I should have known. But I just genuinely was like, the fuck? And then, okay, so the first one, quality time.
Yeah. So I feel like when you were surprised with this, I was not, because while I do love words of affirmation, and I'm just a constant talker, and I want people to like tell me things that are nice about me or like whatever, not just necessarily comments, but I want conversation. I want to feel like being seen by somebody. And so I feel like a lot of that for me is when people sit down, they take devoted time to spend it with me. And that actually was not surprising to me when I was talking to my husband about this. He DoorDashed for a little bit. And some of our first dates that we spent on were hours of just me riding in the car with him. And I loved it. It was just my favorite thing in the world because I just got to spend time with him.
Yeah, people don't realize it doesn't have to be an actual intimate act of doing anything. You could be watching a movie and that's considered quality time. You just want somebody to not be fucking busy while they're spending time with you. Like preoccupied in a different thought process, and you're not, like, even door dashing while he's driving, he's probably still holding your hand. He's probably still intimate in the moment of you being in the car, where like as if like you're in the same house, like he could be in the kitchen doing something. That is not quality time. He doesn't give a shit you're in the house. He's like, you could be outside in the yard and I woun't notice.
And I didn't realize, because I have a 2-year-old, so it's been, dinners are hard because she's a charcuterie girl right now. But I didn't realize how much I value the time where you sit down and have dinner. Like my husband and I have a no phones rule with dinner so that we're just to have like time to talk to each other after our day. And like that kind of thing like made me realize, okay, I like when you give me compliments and we talk about stuff. And granted, like I had 3 really that were tied.
Yeah.
So I had 33% for quality time, and then 27% for words of affirmation, and 27% for acts of service.
Yes. So the other thing that people don't realize is you can actually tie. So my top two are acts of service and touching. So people that do things for me tend to make me feel loved. You can actually tie like an even number across the board with 2 of them. It's very rare. I just happen to be an anomaly. But the thing is all 5 actually make you. It's not just, these are just the ones that like make you like more likely to feel said love. Like if her husband bought her a gift, she's not going to be like, oh, I don't feel loved by you. It just doesn't resonate the same way as if he was just to take 5 minutes out of his day. It doesn't even have to be a long time.
Yeah.
I think people get quality time mixed up with like hours of intimacy. It's not even 100% that. It could be 5 fucking minutes and he is just taking out of his day to be like, how was your day, honey? Are you doing good? Like, that's great. Okay, 5 minutes is up, out of here. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Like, I just think people don't realize how easy some of these things are.
Yeah, it's just like this. I want like a moment where I feel like we're just concentrated on each other, and
it's
that's
not you're not busy
yeah.
and preoccupied. It's hard, especially it's hard when you have kids. Like, not kids, but like when they're little and they need every minute of you.
Yeah.
It makes you forget, like, you're like, am I my own person? I have my own autonomy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I just think it's a hard one. I don't know. The whole thing is fun. When I actually did this, the love languages, I did it like 10 years ago. I actually thought it was really fun to like get to learn about myself because I didn't realize that physical touch was a love language because of how little I like people touching me.
Yeah.
But if you saw me with my Son, you would never know that I didn't like people touching me because I'm literally like smother that fucking poor child. He's grown, and I was out and about with him the other day, and my friend's like, "Do you ever stop touching your kid?" And my son was like, "What?" And he was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "She's always touching you. She's like always rubbing on you." And then my son is also touch, which we didn't know until he took the test because I actually would have put my son at quality time because we spend a lot of quality time together. His was also touch.
Interesting.
It was, right? And the funniest part about his was that's why he never noticed that I was always like, because we both are very touchy people. Now, if you touch either one of us and we don't want to be touched, we will literally recoil and look like we have been jolted by like a strike of lightning. And so it's really interesting, like the different levels of like people's. But I come to realize that a lot of my like not wanting to be touched is genuinely like, that's a big fucking deal for me to love you. Like, how dare you take my love when I wasn't asking for it? Yeah, it's an interesting thing. But acts of service is a really fun one that I think a lot of people don't realize because a lot of people tend to love acts of service and not realize that that's a love language, or they do it. That I'm curious. Did your husband do the test?
No, he won't take it.
No, I 100%.
You know what? I'm gonna text him right now.
I 100% think her husband. 100%.
100%.
Love my shirt. I think that her husband's super got to be fucking acts of service. There's no way because that man is always doing something for her.
He is always doing something for me.
I was like, Katie, if your love language is an acts of service, you're so screwed.
I think the problem that he and I have is that we both do acts of service for each other, but they're not the acts of service we want.
Yeah.
So like a good example is that I need to have my kitchen clean. That's like the one space that like everything else can be just torn apart. That's the one place that I know I'm not going to be able to. I get so much anxiety over the kitchen not being clean. Yeah. He needs the entire rest of the house clean and doesn't care so much about the kitchen. So like the rest of the house will get cleaned and then like the counters won't be wiped down, and just like the counters aren't wiped down. Like, and that's just like the thing that I'll notice. So it's not fair to him. He generally did so much good stuff, but I'm just like, this is the one place I need done. So I think that's sometimes where we'll not totally match each other on is like, this is great, but I wanted that thing done.
Yeah, like, it's a hard one. I can't. Yeah, that's a hard one in a lot of relationships. People get divorced over how they empty or how they load the dishwasher. That actually gets people. You know what it is though. I was doing. I would love to see the actual study on this, but my thought on this is the reason why is because it is the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
It is literally the last fucking thing anybody really cares about. At that point, you've done so many other fucking things. That's the last thing. They're just like, I'm fucking done. I want a divorce. Like, I literally
can't do this
can't
anymore.
take it anymore. You did not clean my kitchen right as the way I wanted it cleaned because you didn't take the kids to baseball and I'm busy. I don't know. I just think I think everything adds up, and that's just like, seriously.
Yeah, it's the last
you fucking
thing.
Psychopath. You stuck Tupperware on the bottom rack. I don't know. I'd never. My ex-husband, And I never had this problem. We were literally the same person, which I don't, sometimes looking back, I'm like, why the fuck did we get divorced? I know why we got divorced, but in the process of it, we didn't have those problems. Like, he did the laundry, I folded the laundry. He did the dinner, I washed the dishes. I did the dinner, he washed the dishes. We had a very like...
So the small things weren't the problem, it was the big things.
It was the big fucking things. It was the explosive shit.
Yeah,
no, he was... I sometimes it sucks because do you ever like be like, oh fuck, was that my perfect match and I fucked it up? But then I'm like, no, God couldn't be that fucking cruel. Like,
no.
that would be really
I think
fucking
there is
cruel.
no denial on what happened there.
Really cruel. Speaking of really cruel situations, so we decided we were going to do book boyfriends with love languages. So Katie's top 3 as I put 4 fingers up. Who can't count today?
I guess real quick, spoiler warning for any characters we bring up and books. Nothing's off the table right now. So
No.
like if you have a book that you're really worried about getting spoiled, I guess just don't listen to this podcast. We probably will get more into personality sides of things than we will with like actual major plot points.
I
So it
think so.
shouldn't be too big of a
No.
deal, but just a warning in case like I don't want people being like, oh my God, they didn't give me warnings about this in the comments.
Right?
So
I didn't even think about that.
if anyone actually watches this podcast.
So your
please don't blow
top
us
3
up.
are quality time, acts of service, and I've already
And
forgotten.
words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation, which is probably higher than acts of service for her. Don't let her lie to you. She remembers everything you say.
I do remember everything you say.
Okay. So who would be your book boyfriend? I have a shit ton of lists here. Do you need me to list people off?
Here's my prop. So I want to say one thing on the I thought for sure words of affirmation was going to be my thing because I love talking, and I had like a second sexual awakening with these adult books we've been reading because I did not realize how much I liked being talked to in like those types of scenarios and being told like you're a good girl, those types of compliments. I did not realize how much I'd be like, oh, that gives me the good tingles, you know?
I have to say I thought the same thing for you too. I did think words of affirmation would be a higher than it was. It was a little lower than I thought it would be.
Yeah. So
For
being
like
tied second was kind of interesting. But yeah, so a lot of these book boyfriends are like that, but I don't like when it's very like demeaning words or anything like that. So that eliminates quite a few people.
I'm
like,
100%.
I wouldn't be a Zaid Meadows type of girl, but I put lights out here because while Josh is fucked up and has a lot of problems, he does love spending time with Allie. He carves out time to be with her, and he talks really good to her. And he does things for her. He made her the homemade trail mix. Like,
Yes.
Josh is actually my kind of guy.
Josh would 100% be her guy. She would probably... No, she would love being fucking stalked. I have to tell you.
I don't think... Don't
And
stalk
here's,
me.
Here's
Don't
the
stalk
thing.
me.
Yeah, don't stalk Katie. That's not what I meant. I meant in the book world.
I was like, if anyone ever listened to this, please do not figure out
No.
Please don't stalk me.
Don't do that. I meant like in the book world.
In
We're
the
talking
book
about
world,
in
yeah.
the book world because 100% nobody wants any of like. There's things that happen in books that I'm like, yes, daddy.
100%.
But if you were to walk up to me and be like, get on your knees, I'd be like, I'm gonna die today.
Crawl to me.
It wouldn't be as sexy as you think. I'm just letting you know. Stalking women is inappropriate. You should never do it. In the book world, it's a whole different thing. He would be your guy.
I think, yeah, he would be my guy.
Mine would be Caught Up. I 100% love that.
Yeah.
I actually, the more I think about that story, and I think we did a podcast on Caught Up and Lights Out, I have to say, Nika would be my guy. And I probably would have had no problems in a loving, consensual relationship being on stage fucking. I know in the podcast, I think we do talk about I wouldn't.
I think you said you wouldn't be comfortable.
I do think, but like after the podcast ended and I was like done and was heading home and was like doing my thing, I realized that I probably would in that loving situation. It's different.
Like
It's
the
different.
husband and wife scenario.
Yeah, but it's different in the sense like while I was driving home, I was thinking, like the story, I would not have enjoyed that whole thing. But I think in that when I was driving home and was like thinking about it, I was like, it would be different in the Caught Up story because again, it's a story. First of all, and second of all, because of the fantasy of it, it's different. Like the fantasy itself, I like.
Yeah.
In real life, I still don't think I would. I've done a lot of shit. I've been to strip clubs with girls like dancing on me. No, I don't think I could handle being the actual like participant or the stripper. I don't know. Like it's just not my thing. I don't.
So your top ones were physical touch and then
Physical touch, acts of service.
acts of service. Okay.
Yeah.
So Nico constantly going out of his way to make sure
Fucking
she's fine.
acts of service, man.
Yeah, that's
and he
true.
fucking touches her all the time. He's like rubbing all on her.
That's
like
right.
100%. Like, but again, this is book. This is not real life. Star doesn't want all that shit. Don't do it. There's something about the fantasy of it that gets you like,
Okay, my
riled
husband
up.
just sent me. So he's 40% acts of service,
Called it.
23% words of affirmation.
Holy shit, really? I guess you better be nicer to your husband.
Probably, honestly. 20. My friend and I, you know which friend, we just send each other gifts of like, they're like, oh, this is my house, and it's just like nice pictures of the house, and it's like, this is the dungeon where I keep my husband. I need to be nicer to him. 23% receiving gifts, 10% quality time, and 3% physical trust. Yeah, physical touch.
I told you physical touch would be lower. Men tend to think the physical touch is a lot higher on their test. But part of the reason why, and he actually does Gary actually goes into a whole thing about it, is because men tend to heal better when the woman has like a way of like bringing him back. Like, so even in some of the books we've read, when they're having sex, sometimes it heals a man's soul in a way that it just does. I don't know. It doesn't do it for women. Women don't have the same like
interesting
healing moment that's supposed to men do. It's a really interesting thing, but he actually has to like, I think in the very beginning of physical touch, he actually, the first thing he says is, men, listen, this is probably not your number one.
This is actually kind of a diverting question because it just made me think of this. So, this is totally a TMI question. When you orgasm, do you get tired or more awake?
It depends on the orgasm.
Okay. Well, when I orgasm, I'm wide awake afterwards. My husband conked out immediately.
It's because for them, it's like a
like a release.
Yes,
like, right.
But it's like the physicalness of you, right? Like, so even if they didn't, well, I don't know. Blue balls probably hurts, but in most relationships, even if something happened and they didn't, just the act of hugging them and bringing them into like you don't have to hold the fucking weight of the world on your shoulders, honey. Like, we can spread it against the two of us, because men are, especially in this country, men are told that they're supposed to be like man, woman. Like, so there's a weird way of how they have to
the patriarchy's just set everything
up. But they have this weird way of like having to shoulder everything, and they forget that not everything has to be 100% them. There's a reason why the relationship is two people. Two people can divide and conquer a lot easier than one person trying to conquer. Yeah. So it gives like, they have to be reminded of that. And so sometimes when you're hugging them or even having sex with them or something where they remember that you were also part of this game with them, like the world doesn't have to be just them, it changes how they feel. So it gives them like oh shit, I can actually like sleep tonight. Like,
gotcha.
The world, like, and it's not so like in most of the books we've read, it actually happens probably more often than we notice. But because there's like smut and all the other things that happen in the book, we tend to forget to like actually be like, oh yeah, like he was really loving. Like Lorcan, one of her favorite people.
Lorcan came out of nowhere.
When he's tearing the rags.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
He's genuinely doing an act of service, but we're not thinking that. We're like, the hell is he tearing the rags for? Like, what is wrong with him? Like,
you're thinking that like Lorcan and Elite at that point are like really not friendly anymore, and so it's just like you see that he's trying in his own way, and he even gives them to Rowan and stuff so that he gives it to her instead, but she knows that it's from Lorcan. But I grabbed Empire Storms because I was thinking about it as much as like I like to joke that like Lorcan's amazing, and he is, but like Lorcan is that way. He's a total acts of service guy. He wants quality time. He's not necessarily a total words of affirmation guy, but he is. He's just less of them. So he's just not as, he doesn't speak as much, but when he does, it's very, after he and Elite make up, it's very, very specifically targeted and very important and meaningful when he says stuff. So that's why I was like, maybe Lorcan is my guy. Like,
he is her husband. I will say that.
Lorcan is my husband.
Proved it by the thing. There's just something. I don't know. It's a interesting dynamic with people not realizing, because we just go through life like, and then people don't know that their love language is a certain thing. So like they just unintentionally do it.
Well, that's why I was like, I'm trying to focus on more of like the ways that they act and not necessarily how I emotionally felt about that book boyfriend. Granted, I just listed off two characters I really, really love.
Yes.
But and part of it is because that their love languages match with mine, I'm sure. But I'm trying to like take them apart because there are some characters that maybe are not like, I'm like, ugh, I don't like that. But like Nico, not necessarily my guy, acts of service 100%. Like, totally shows up, but maybe not necessarily my guy in terms of the way that Josh is, because of how he shows up for Allie in different ways.
Yes. So that's why I think it's funny that like Nico, I should have guessed what actually I'm kind of excited that we did this, because now that I'm looking back, I should have guessed that Nico was, because of the acts of service. He really does do a lot, and a lot of behind the scenes acts of service.
Yeah.
Also, their touch and everything is very sensual. Like, it's a very, like, they don't everything. Maybe that's why I don't fucking like edging, because I'm like, why are you touching me and not giving me pleasure? Like, what a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
But everything they do, even when they touch each other or kiss each other, is very, like, it's not like demanding in a gross, like, like, and then he slammed his face in hers and they were like,
yeah.
It's like a more sensual, like, everything they do is like a physical touch of like softness and gentleness and getting to know each other. Even with the problem is my brain keeps going to the fucking story, and that's why if you guys watched Caught Up as an actual thing, the story itself bothered me.
Yeah.
Not the guy that actually really loved fucking Caught Up for the guy. The guy was my man.
Yeah.
But the story itself bothered me. Like, I couldn't do in case you guys are like, Star's always contradicting yourself. It's the little things in the story that I don't like. It's like the club. I probably, like, again, I probably could do it if it was something that we talked about and had like a whole.
Yeah.
But in that podcast, I'm positive no.
No.
Positive I would not for that story and how they did it. Like, it was quick. They were like, we're dating. Oh, we're on the stage. No, that's not my style. Not at all. Okay. So I have a shit ton of boyfriends here.
Yeah.
Do you want me to name them off fast, or do you want to go through them? What do you want to do?
Oh, I had a question real quick.
Yeah.
So we were talking about kind of our favorite tropes in books. So, like, romance books especially. So we have enemies to lovers. We have friends to lovers.
Ugh.
Friends to lovers tends to be, well, I love an enemies to lovers because of the high stakes of it.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like you can feel the tension and then like finally get together and stuff. But there's something so uniquely sweet about friends to lovers. And I'm kind of like, it's light bulbing me for a little bit. Do you think part of why I love friends to lovers so much is because there is so much of that time that they built up together?
Oh, like the quality of time was so strong because they were friends.
And the amount of time that they took to learn each other and learn how to speak to each other, and like they know the exact thing that they want, or like
so then what the fuck is wrong with me? Why do I like people that don't like each other? Why am I like that motherfucker? I fucking hate words of affirmation. That is not one of the top. It actually is where Stephen gives us the lowest. So for me, it is, my 5 are physical touch, acts of service, quality time. All of a sudden I'm forgetting the damn. So it's always the same one. I always
quality
forget.
time, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving
affirmation,
gifts.
Words of affirmation is 4. I always forget that. Well, it's always one that I forget.
Yeah.
And then gifts. So that's how my 5 work, which is hilarious because if you met me, that would not be the order you would think. I took this test a long time ago. It also changes as you age. It can change.
Yeah.
Mine has not changed, I can tell you. I'm very standoffish to people. I think that's the thing that people don't realize about me. The more you get to know me, I'm sure you start to figure this out. The reason why I don't like to be touched is because I don't want to have any emotion towards you, because emotions mean Star actually has to have feelings. Feelings are not my fucking friend, which is why I travel as much as I do, because I don't have to fucking think about you. I am literally gone. If you are getting a text message from me, that means you were on my radar. That means I care about you.
Aww.
That should be an indication that I care about you. If any of my friends are watching this, if you get messages from me, just know, if you don't get fucking messages from me,
you're dead to me.
100%. I'm traveling, bitch. Leave me alone. But words of affirmation are funny. I think that's why I'm such a brute with words. I don't think they don't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
They don't hurt me.
I'm gonna look at my husband's again because I have a thought process on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, they don't hurt. They don't mean anything to me. Words don't mean shit to me. You could tell me I'm ugly and it does not hurt my feelings, which is maybe why I like those dark ones.
His was second.
Yeah,
his
I know.
words of affirmation.
That's why I said you need to be nicer to him.
You know, he's probably not going to disagree with you on that. I don't do it on purpose.
I mean, like, nicer in the sense that, like, you know, tongues cut worse than swords.
I know.
I learned that the hard way, which is probably one of the reasons my marriage didn't work. Words don't do anything for me. Like, my son and I talk mad shit to each other, which is hilarious because my friends are like, well, no wonder why you two are fucking mean to each other. You're mean to each other. My son and I do not have the same problem with words. We don't. They don't cut us the way they cut other people. You know, like some people, like, okay, so if I was to tell Katie her shoes were ugly, she'd probably go to her mom and be like, that bitch said my shoes were ugly. I don't have that problem. If I tell you your shoes are ugly, it's because I'm genuinely just not thinking like, oh my God, that's gonna hurt your feelings. I have no fucking concept that words hurt.
Yeah.
I'm sure my fucking ex-husband will tell you otherwise. He'd be like, that bitch can cut a man down at his knees. But they don't bother me. And so my son and I are very sarcastic to each other, like really bad. I realized it the other day when somebody was like, you said that to your fucking son? Long time ago, you ever had that like well, I don't know, but you're probably way too fucking gentle for that. But like I've said over the years, like, you know, if I would have swallowed, he wouldn't be here. So you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just like certain things. But my son would think that was fucking funny.
Yeah.
And be like, well, you know, if she would have taken it up the butt, I wouldn't be here either. That's the kind of our personality.
Yeah.
So like, it doesn't hurt us. So when like some of these book boyfriends are like, get on your knees, bitch. I'm like, whatever you say, daddy.
See,
in real life, I don't think I would be that way.
Yeah.
In real life, I'd be like, did you fucking just get loud with me?
So like the words of affirmation, the aggressiveness, I'm kind of surprised that I enjoy so much in books. But the thing that really tears me out of any smut scene or anything like that, because I am so words of affirmation, is when they're like, you dirty slut.
Oh, okay.
You whore.
Okay.
I'm just like, okay, not nice.
She did put the book out. I was thinking she didn't.
I did.
This fucking book, he calls her a slut and everything in me dies.
Yeah.
And I really do see myself as that character.
So she's pointing to Reckless by Elsie Silver.
She is fucking amazing. So Winter is a doctor who's like hardcore fucking, she's me. We're cold-hearted, emotionless. We go through fucking life. We have feelings, but our feelings are hard to get to. I want to call her an ice queen because I
think she's called like an ice queen.
I'm fucking 100% an ice queen. My best friend will tell you I'm an ice queen. My heart is so fucking sensitive. As a human, I am very sensitive. That it's had to become an ice.
Yeah.
It had to be, which is exactly her though. Mm-hmm. She is extremely fucking sensitive. But because people have been so fucking wrong to her whole entire life, since childhood, not a single fucking person was ever like, oh my God, you're amazing. That she had to develop this strong cold-heartedness, which seems really fucked up to people. But it actually helps you get through your day.
Yeah.
So what I loved about her character was that she was super fucking hard, right? And he fucking loved her for every bit of her hardness. He loved it. The 2 times I fucking hated the story was when he fucking says, he calls her an ice queen or something related to that. I don't remember the exact wording he uses. I'd have to look at it. And he calls her a slut. Fucking pulled me out both times. Both times I knee-jerk
Not
reacted.
good moments for Theo.
I wanted to fucking throw the book across the room and be like, I can't fucking believe you piece of shit. But calling me a slut wouldn't really bother me. That was like calling me a cunt. I don't think I would even faze me.
Yeah.
But he calls her a slut while they're fucking.
I hate that.
And I was like, you can call my pussy a cunt and I would still be less likely to be upset about it than calling me a slut. Something in my brain went, ugh! And I was like, no.
I don't want to be demeaned. Like, I don't
mind being demeaned. Like if he's like, throw the ring and crawl to me, I was like, okay, Daddy,
I did love that from Jasper.
My fucking way, right? But I don't know. They do it a couple times in Elsie Silver's book. She does use the word.
Rhett says it
slut.
too.
Yeah.
I think part of what makes Rhett not my favorite is that, but I can't remember. I'm re-listening to Flawless
dirty
Friend.
slut or some
yeah,
shit.
I'm like,
and
this isn't. I get it works for some people. It's not my words of affirmation, I guess.
No, but it's slut. Just I don't know. It like jolts me. Like, you know, like some people don't like the C word, bothers them. Slut just I don't know. It jolted me out of like you're like enjoying the moment. You're like, oh my God, he's like banging her from the back, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, hold up, what?
Yeah.
And he's like, do you want me? He like, I think even at the end of the book, he goes, so what are you gonna be tonight, my dirty little slut? And I was just like, why? Why? You couldn't come up with anything better. You came up with amazing fucking nicknames, everything else, but that's what you come up with to like how to describe her.
Yeah. It was not my thing. I loved Theo, but it just he was not my book boyfriend for a lot of reasons. I think out of that series, I think Jasper is my favorite, and he probably more similarly would be who I would end up with.
But I don't think he calls her a slut at all.
He doesn't. No, he's very sweet with Sloane. And I think that's the part, other than like, I mean, when they're together, like when he tells her to throw the fucking ring and all that kind of stuff. Loved that.
Okay, but he told her to throw the ring. Fucking, okay, I'm not going to lie. I didn't hate that.
Take that fucking ring off and crawl to me.
I didn't hate that. But
yes,
like,
Jasper.
Yeah, right? But again, everybody, just so you guys are aware, this is fantasy. This is how our brains are like, this is kind of neat. Did it in real life, I'd probably punch you in the fucking throat.
Yeah, don't tell me to crawl to you.
Right?
But like,
Kenny, if you're watching this, don't tell her that.
I don't think he ever would. But that's
yeah, but he's like taking notes. Okay, don't do that.
I literally told him, I was like, if I give you a book scene, you want to do it? And he's like, I guess. So we'll see.
Like how she does it. Like, I guess. Who gives a shit? Like,
but no, it's. Yeah, I don't know. I think in terms of sex, maybe Jasper isn't my guy in that way. But I don't know. I don't know out of the Chestnut Springs series which guy would be more likely to be. It wouldn't be Bo.
Jasper's definitely yours out of that
Jasper's
series.
mine, yeah.
Yeah. No, mine was 100% Theo. I was fucking offended when Katie told me to read it. I was like,
I was like, you're
fuck
Winter
off.
and you need a Theo. I'm
I
sorry.
was so done. I was so done. Let's see who else do we have. Okay, so we already did Cade. Cade was fun.
Cade was a lot of fun, but I don't think I can handle his. I
Cade
love
100%. Fantasy wise,
I love Moody Cowboys. I love Dirty Mouth Moody Cowboys.
Oh my fucking
I
God.
could not handle it in real life if I was just dealing with this like will they won't they broody guy who was just being kind of an asshole to me all the time. I would just be like, fuck this guy, I'm done. Like
Okay.
I would not handle that well.
I loved fucking Cade reading that.
I did too.
I understood why Katie said I needed to read Theo. But Cade, the broody fucking asshole, he was, I don't know how my mom did it for fucking 20. He's my fucking dad. I literally, the whole time I was like, I can't listen to this scene. I can't listen to this scene.
This is my dad.
This is my dad. It's 100% my dad. But he is an acts of service fucking man. He's like, don't cook
That's
dinner.
true.
Don't fucking do the laundry. Don't do. I fucking loved him for that.
Yeah.
Theo kind of sort of was an acts of service kind of guy. That was definitely not his thing, but he kind of was. I have to say, I'm trying to think. I think Theo was quality fucking time. I think he hardcore had. But see, I'm not quality time, so I thought that was interesting that I found him so fascinating. But he loved her fucking. He had a dirty mouth and didn't have that like need to be like, I love you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You're such a kid. Da, da, da. I think that's why I liked him because she was hard to. She would snap in a way that was
Theo
like,
might actually kind of be my guy because he showed up and
Yeah.
he was there, and then he was always like, if Winter would allow him to, he would tell her everything.
Yeah.
Like he was
That is
very
true.
upfront. So maybe Theo would be my guy.
Theo
in
was
that
my
way.
guy in the sense that he fucking like hardcore. The thing I liked about him was he put up with her fucking words. That is the
Yes.
hardest part I have with people in relationships. I do not remember that other people have an issue with words.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't do it to be mean. Like I just genuinely like, so we have a friend that I tend to forget. I think I would love to see their, I'm going to have to make them do it now because I tend to fucking accidentally all of the time. I say accidentally all of the time because I think that's one of the reasons why we fight so much.
Oh yeah.
Because I genuinely don't think like, oh, this is going to hurt your feelings. I genuinely was like, hey, girl, like this is really blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, it looks like you bitch slapped them. And I'm like, why do you look so upset? What had happened to you? And I'm very forward and I don't realize that.
Yeah,
Which is
you're
part of the
super
reason
forward.
why I think my son and I get along so well because we're not fucking hide anything from each other. Yeah, now I'm sitting here thinking about, I'm like, maybe that's why my coworkers don't like me. So I'm like, look, motherfucker, words don't really bother me the same way. They're just fucking language to like express something. Like,
You know,
get over yourself.
you know who you probably wouldn't want? Azrael from Akatar.
I fucking hate Azrael.
I think Azrael would be your dude
I
though.
fucking hate Azrael. Your mom and I have this discussion all the time. I can't fucking stand him.
The more I think about it, like Rhysand, I think Rhysand is very like quality time. He's very, very words of affirmation for sure. I will say again, most of the time when I want to do things with Rhysand, I just want to cut Silver Flames out of the context because like I feel like he's a really good communicator until that book, but also we're seeing it through Nesta's eyes, so things get warped a little bit either way with Rhysand. I think he's a complicated topic. Cassian though.
I was over here thinking about Cassian as she's talking. I was like, Cassian's my guy. He's just the right amount of like, do it now. And like, I don't know. I think Cassian was he definitely.
But I feel like in terms of like, yeah, I guess Cassian could dish it back out for you too. But he does get hurt by words too.
That's true.
But you are Nesta.
But see, Nesta's fucking mean with her words though.
Yeah.
She's not a kind soul.
Nesta's,
like,
but that's it. I think why it maybe wouldn't work as well for you with Cassian as it might work for Azrael, because Azrael is more like observant and would like see that like.
Yeah, he would take more of my
Cassian,
actual physical actions, not my words.
Cassian sees Nesta's actively trying to hurt him with his words and acknowledges that, but he would get hurt by your words if you weren't intentionally doing it.
That's true.
That's why I think Azrael would be more kind of your dude in that way.
Azrael, no, you're not wrong. I just don't love him in the sense that like I don't know. He was too fucking spot on, and I don't want to be fucking. I don't want to be seen that much. Like he was like so fucking observant. He'd be like, she shifted her leg to the left. She must be upset about the dog getting kicked. I don't know. Like I just feel like he sees things that like even I didn't see.
That's what I want though. And
Really?
I think that's where I end up having issues is that like I want someone to read my emotions before I can't.
Nah, see, I fucking no, because I don't always feel my shit right away. Like it might take me like 8 years.
That's the problem
to
with
be
my
like,
husband though too. Is that like with one of our issues is that like he doesn't read his emotions as well as I do. So like I will see it and I'm like, oh, they're upset. I have to do something about this. And that's probably not the way to fix it either. But like I want somebody to look at me, be like, you're getting
That's
upset
100%
because
a girl
I
thing.
am a constant like just tea kettle bubbling, and then I hit a point where I'll explode. And if you didn't catch me before when I was bubbling, it's like a whole fucking thing, and then it goes up way more than it needs to. Probably not a great thing. I'm working on it.
No, that's
Still
a
working
girl
on it.
thing, though. This is 100% a girl thing. I think I even told Katie she needs a magnet that like literally says happy, sad, mad, glad. I mean, like there can be like you guys can have like refrigerator magnets.
Yeah.
Like today I am sad and happy. Like figure it out, honey. Yeah, I don't know. I think the problem with women is that we don't always express ourselves, even our emotions, well.
Mhm.
Like even if he was reading all the
Yeah.
fucking signs, you could still be like, I'm happy as fuck. What's wrong with you? Why are you fucking telling me I'm not happy?
You know, every time I think about this type of scenario, I remind of when the first time we went to Disney World, I was like, I think I was 11 or
Okay.
something like that. We were going to a Christmas party and everything was getting rained out. And
God, I forgot
then
about
we
this
moved
story.
inside and they were trying, the cast members were doing amazing, trying to get people to be happy about whatever was going on, even though everything was getting canceled. So they were doing this dance where it was like McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and a Pizza Hut. And I was just refusing to do the dance. I was just like, I'm not doing it. And my parents were just like, come on, like do the dance. Like they were just trying to get us involved. It wasn't like forcing me to do anything. But then my mom's like, okay, let's go. If everyone's going to be like this, like, let's just leave. And so then I started crying. And I remember in my like pink fuzzy hat I was wearing, walking in the rain, looking up at my mom. Just like, do you see that I'm crying right now? And so that's like, unfortunately, I carry some of that into my adult life as well. And my poor husband has to deal with me with that. But yeah, I think that's my own issues with regulating my emotions. I feel like I'm in a therapy session today.
I feel like this is a great way to find out about the cast. While you were talking, though, I realized that a lot of people do that. It's a very common thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that you're like as
like unique to this.
No, I hate to say it.
I'm fine with that if it's not like a unique personality
because
quirk.
okay, so backstory and star. I've been to therapy multiple times over many of generations, which therapy's freaking amazing. And no, we are not advocating for anything for anybody. Like we're not being paid to tell you this. I just think that therapy's great. But my therapist would tell me, and she probably, if she ever watched this, would tell me that I still have not cried. And so the problem with like most people, like you said, you bubble over, is that like we bottle it, right? What happens when you take a 2-liter bottle that is steel sealed and has not been cracked open and you keep fucking shaking it? Eventually it will explode.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot keep shaking it. Eventually the pressure will eventually explode.
Right.
What happens I don't cry. I literally explode. The words that come out of my mouth will hurt you. So it's funny, but I was thinking while you were telling that story, as funny as it is, I was thinking about Maya and Cormac. It's Cormac, right?
Hark? Maya and Hark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, isn't his
Connor.
name? Connor.
Yeah.
I have
Cormac is in
I have Cormac
Crescent
in my
City.
in my book.
We got to talk about Cormac.
I had the wrong freaking Connor's right here,
Connor.
but I had Cormac, and it made me think about it. But what I was thinking about was that's 100% how he is, though. He like bottles it up, explodes.
Yeah.
And
Maya
she's just
does
like,
too.
She's just like, okay, fucker. But that's why I was thinking, like, maybe I would do better with Connor. Okay, because Connor is great, and I 100% love Connor.
100%.
Love Connor. Because he like they both have fucking anger issues, which
Yeah.
anger tends to stem from not being able to express self well,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny because she's so freaking smart that it makes me just laugh. But the reason why I was laughing about it while it was happening is because Connor doesn't date. He just knows he wants to be with you. And I was like, I need that, man.
Yeah,
Like,
you do.
where do you fucking exist in the world?
I love
I need to
Connor.
go. I need to go to Europe. Is that what it is? I need to go find me a man that doesn't date.
We're
You
gonna have
just-
to go to Ireland. We're gonna
Ireland.
Well, blow
So
up this
fucked.
podcast so we can
fucked.
get sponsors, so we
Yes.
can go to Ireland and do a star tries to find an Irish man like
Oh my
Connor
God.
Harkness.
I don't think Katie would have to pull me off every fucking guy. He'd start talking and be like, marry me.
I have to say, I love Connor Harkness. He is not my man. I know that. And we were doing our Not in Love podcast. I think Eli's my man in a lot of ways.
He fits a lot of things and he shows up for her.
Yeah.
So I could see that.
I like that he can recognize all, like, without her having to speak it when she doesn't know the words. He recognizes it. He always wants to spend time with her. He's very clear with his intentions with her whenever she allows him to speak to him. I think that's like 90% of the communication issues were her just shutting everything down, whereas he would have been very vulnerable and open pretty much since the very beginning. So I feel like he is actually like Eli's my guy. I think another one who doesn't necessarily always fit the bill for me, but I wish did, because I love oh my gosh, Lucas Bloomquist so much from Deep End.
Sponsor us for Deep End, all right? She's Deep End gets brought up, I think, in every podcast. I don't think we've done one podcast that Deep End has not been brought up in. And I will tell you, we've read a lot of fucking books. Do not let her fool you. She's read a shit ton of them. This is not the only book we've ever read. It just feels like it.
I guess why I bring up Lucas, though,
I think we even put it out. Like, thank God. That's how much we talk about it.
I was thinking of my Allie Hazelwood men and which one actually is probably more my guy.
Yeah.
I think Eli Kilgore fits the bill the best, but I think in terms of like how they spend their time, like quality time wise, words of affirmation wise, like again, I think a lot of these men would be super words of affirmation-y if the freaking women would let them talk to them. Because
but women don't always like know what they want.
No, and that's fine, and they're respecting it. So Eli respects Rue.
Yeah.
And Lucas respects Scarlett, because multiple times he's like, we should just date. And she's just like, we're not doing that. And just like moves on. And so he's just like, he's constantly like, hey, like.
Yeah, he even waits at the end too. He's like, I knew you would show up, crazy
Yeah.
bitch. Like,
No.
that gave you your 5 months of space. Sure, hurry the fuck up. Doesn't she leave her location on or something so he knows she's coming?
I think they were still
You're
sharing
just fucking
locations.
20-year-olds. You guys are fucking weird. I keep my location on for my own fucking personal family, not strangers. How the fuck do you know where I'm at?
Strangers.
Like, fuck off. We weren't even dating. We were banging.
Lucas and
Fuck
Scarlett.
that.
Let's be honest, that was way more than banging, and we will talk about at a different time.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to think. Cormac is in.
He's in Crescent City.
Okay, why the fuck? Who's Cormac?
Cormac is the guy that Bryce
Oh
is
yeah.
engaged to.
Okay, that one's isn't he like Irish or something? Don't I fall in love with him because he's fucking Star's got an issue.
I haven't
My
listened to the
son and
audiobook.
My son and I were talking about this, and why the fuck did my son keep getting brought up in every podcast? I don't know. He's probably he's the only person I spend that much
These
time
are my
with.
friends.
I think it's because he's the only person I don't have an issue talking about that I don't think would be like, fuck you talking about me.
Yeah.
But he what's it called? He even told me I have a fucking issue with Irishmen. He was like, Mom, you married? Okay, hold on. let's put this in perspective. I dated a boil. No, I dated a coil. We'll get this right. Hold on.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. I dated a coil. I had a baby with a boil, and I married a Rockwell. So
are they
Irish,
the last
Irish,
names?
Scottish.
Or are they the last names you're
Yeah.
saying? Oh, okay. I was like, what are the boil
Oh,
and a coil?
yeah.
I was like, is this
No. My first real boyfriend that I would consider, like, I don't want to call him a true love, but definitely somebody I spent 4 fucking years with, so he was definitely involved. It was a coil. I had a baby with a boil, and I married a Rockwell. Tell me I don't have a fucking problem, all right? I didn't, like, mind you, like, all 3 of these were, like, the zing moment, too. Like, I met them, and I was like, hey, baby. This is why I don't think you can take me to Ireland. I think I would fucking fall in love with them all. I'd be like, you're married? Oh, that's okay.
the accent?
Like, fuck.
Okay,
I'd
so
be screwed.
the accents really make it though. Like Connor, I read Problematic Summer Romance. I liked it. It was
Yeah.
a good book. It was on the top of my list in
Yeah.
terms of, but I didn't know where it sat in terms of my top till I listened to the audiobook, and then you hear Connor talk.
Well,
and you're
Cormac
like,
would
fuck.
be your guy if you thought about it. He fucking dies for her in the end. Like
He does
like,
die for her in the end.
constantly fucking trying to love her. I don't know. He was my man. He definitely fucking went out of his way. Acts of service hardcore. He was genuinely trying, like, I don't know. I'm over here like trying to remember
Like looking
all
at
of
the bookshelves on like who we have.
I know. I was trying to think. Like, I can't remember. Like, I have like all their names. Okay, Jacob from fucking Twilight, 100% my boy, 100%. I know I don't fucking like 12-year-olds. I can't stand that. But in that fucking book, I was like, he was acts of service, quality time. He had everything fucking going for him. If I had, like, you had a well-rounded fucking guy there. I couldn't fucking stand Edward for the life of me.
I think I was
Probably would have been fucking Katie's Jacob.
I'm interested to see.
I fucking love I think I like fucking dogs. I just need to get a dog. Like, fuck the men. I just need to get a dog because I 100% was in love with him.
Oh my God.
He was loyal. He was fucking there. He was always fucking trying to do shit for her. He fucking built her bike.
That's why you like Theo.
Jacob. 100% Jacob. I do like Theo.
When she's like, get away, dog, and he's like, bark. Anyways,
I forgot about that. Sorry. But that's the kind of man I want. Like, I want a man that's like, yes.
Yeah,
that would take my words not as
when
like,
I go through a reread of Twilight, I am interested to see how I fall as an adult reading these books because I was fully Team Edward in the books. I watched the movies and I thought Taylor Lautner was hot, so I was more Team Jacob in that. But New Moon is so hard to get through. I don't want to read New Moon again.
Is that the last one?
The second one. New Moon's the second one when Edward leaves, and I was so Team Edward. I was just like, ugh, go away, Jacob.
I fucking love Jacob. I fucking, okay, so I definitely, New Moon, I fell in love with Jacob. But then now that you were sitting here talking about it, I'm 100% need a dog. Like, I don't even need a man. I need a dog.
I need
fucking
a
give me a big, like, Great Dane or something. Just a big, gentle giant. I don't know why. But he was just, okay, acts of service, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
He was 100% quality time. He would try to spend as much time with her as possible.
Yeah.
He was constantly there. Super good with words of affirmation. He was always leaving her like, and I'm telling you, I think if she would let him, he would have fucking touched her. He licks her a couple times.
They kiss in Eclipse.
Yeah, but I mean, he licks her like we're like as the dog. He's like, so like, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I fucking hated Edward, so I'm not the.
Oh my God.
I can see how you could like Edward. He definitely was good with his words, and he did spend a lot of time with her.
Yeah.
He would like lay there while she was sleeping, watching her, which I thought was creepy as fuck, by the way.
So, is Kingfisher not your guy?
Oh, I was like trying to think if Kingfisher's good at his fucking words. I don't know. No, because he doesn't spend a shit ton of time with her.
No, he's not a quality time dude. I mean, I think he would be if he would allow himself. I'm interested to see what Brimstone Kingfisher's like. He's just a more kind of closed off, colder dude.
I don't know if I like the coldness of him though.
Me either. That's what I'm like. I love Kingfisher, but for like the sexiness, I guess, of Kingfisher, but a lot of the way he treats Ceres. Not who I would want as a boyfriend.
No, I don't know if I'd want him as a book boyfriend for the same reasons, but also like, okay, so I don't mind the broodiness, but I don't want to have to figure out your fucking feelings. Like, I can barely figure out mine, and now I'm trying to fucking also figure yours out. Like, I'm feeling like no, but he's sexy as fuck, and every time he touches her, I'm like, yes, please.
I think that's part of the Anthony Palmini effect, though, too.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I read this one on Audible, and Tom fucking Hamilton has got me fucking wrecked.
Teddy Hamilton is just
he's got me wrecked. Teddy Hamilton's got me. I literally texted my friend, and she gave me like 1,000 other fucking books he's read. He's got me wrecked. I literally could just put him on the middle of the night and just listen to him falling asleep.
That's how I feel about Gabriel Michael. So he voices Xaden in the graphic audio of Fourth Wing, but he's also Lucian in the graphic audio of ACOTAR.
Yeah.
He made me like Lucian.
I forgot about Lucian. I like his like
I don't like the whirly eye and the long. I'm not in the redheads. But see,
he would be a good boyfriend because he fucking tries to spend quality time with her all the time.
I know.
He's like tries to be, and he's like good with his words, and he's always trying to give her like
if we're
just
for
what
real,
she needs.
I think Lucian would be more of a one that aligns with my love languages.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time because like now that I'm like over here, I'm like I don't like this guy. I didn't like that.
It's hard to separate them out because I'm like I want Rhysand. But like maybe he doesn't totally fit the bill. I think Rhysand fits the bill in a lot of ways because he does want to spend time with Feyre. I think he's very aware of who Feyre is and what she needs. He's very observant in that way. He is very words of affirmation. They have lots of times where they sit and talk to each other and they just spend quality time sharing stories.
Yeah.
So I think in a lot of ways, Rhysand and acts of service is like huge. So if you take away the fact that he sent her into the Weaver to get her own engagement ring and he hid the pregnancy from her, like if you take out all of those things and you just look at him as a boyfriend, he might fit the love languages better.
That's the hard part though, is like in real life that's messy. Like you don't get to like take those things out. So like you see the red flags and are you like, I got white goggles on, or what is it? Like I got red goggles on today to clean all white. I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard one because some of the things I like about the books, like with the book boyfriend situation, is that I like some of the things, but I don't always love, like, in real life, I'm like, would I want that? Like,
Yeah, especially in these fantasy realms where it's harder to like
pull
implement
yourself out
right?
of like the idea that like this isn't set in your like actual like own situation. It's set in like, I don't know. Okay, so like we didn't talk about Rowan.
No.
Okay, so Rowan is in like, I don't know. I hate to say it. Like, I kind of feel like it's old timey. Like, we don't live like, okay, because Crescent City is more in the actual, like, what we would consider a city.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, Rowan would be more like dirty camping.
Honestly.
I'm trying to think it out, like, because I'm picturing you, like, I don't like camping, okay? Not even glamping.
No, and I
Take
think,
me to a cabin and I'll murder you.
You know, I'm
so my
thinking
brain
about,
is like, so I'm trying to think, like, would you still feel the same way about Rowan if he was in the city? Like,
probably not. You know, Dorian.
I fucking hate Dorian. He's not my type.
Dorian's
He's
my
a little
type, though.
princess. I can't stand that he like needs his words to be like, "Don't hurt me. You're so mean."
Love, like, I've always been attracted to, like, Prince Philip was one of my first crushes
Oh, that's true.
from Sleeping Beauty.
I have to think about it. If I thought about it, 100% the Beast.
Yeah, you'd be the Beast.
100% love the Beast. He would be my first fucking Disney boyfriend, and for weird fucked up reasons, not because he's a fucking dog.
So Prince Philip was my well, actually no. You know who my first crush was? Is Dimitri from Anastasia. I think that's what started my interest in bad boys, although it didn't carry over in real life. But
Really?
yeah, he's hot. John Cusack's voice, I realized I was attracted to, and then I got older and I looked up what John Cusack looked like, and I was like, oh,
She's
man.
gonna stop looking these guys up, because when she showed me Teddy Hamilton, I
But
was really
like,
fucking
I
upset.
was younger, and I was
Like-
like, dang. So like that's just what. Anyways, but Prince Philip is my second, and then as I've gotten older, my favorite Disney prince probably is Eric from The Little Mermaid.
Prince Charming.
Prince Charming from Cinderella, really? He has like
No, Prince Charming from Shrek. Don't fuck
my
me up. I'm just kidding. I'm
like,
just
what?
kidding. No, I just realized it's DreamWorks.
Yeah, I was like,
Shit,
Prince Charming?
I fucked that one up, didn't I? I was totally thinking Prince Charming from.
Anastasia is not Disney. Technically, they do own Fox now, so it is a Disney property, but it is not Disney, and a lot of people think Anastasia is Disney because it's animated.
Holy
very similarly.
shit! I have to think this out.
You can ask
Tarzan.
me. Tarzan is
No, Tarzan would be my guy.
I could see that. I could see Tarzan
I
being your
can't
guy.
do, because I had to think about it. I was like, wait, I gotta get that right. Like, I've watched every cartoon you could possibly think of because of my kids. Let's think. I'd have to say it'd have to be Tarzan. Tarzan and the Beast.
Tarzan and
I like
those are
dirty fucking
100%
grungy
your
men.
men. Tarzan and the Beast. Those are definitely your men.
Okay, so the Beast is weird, but the way he fucking loves her, as much as nobody sees it, he doesn't. Okay, so he's not like I don't know how to explain it. Quality time actually happens in their story just because of the way like their story is.
If you think about all the time they spend reading together or ice skating or anything like that.
Yeah, like, so quality time was 100% their story, which I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I don't love quality time, because I think everybody likes to like have, especially when you're first dating. I think it's a huge thing for people because then you get to know people. But there's something about like the way that like he's just, I'm trying to think how to word it. He just like was able to like deal with the situation. Like, I don't know. The Beast definitely was my first crush. Like,
So, but are you still attracted to the Beast after he turns back into a human?
so I was still attracted to him until Katie like brought up the fact how ugly he was. Somebody brought it up.
I didn't bring
was
that
it,
up.
Was it you? Somebody at work
No.
was talking about that. Like, we
It
had
wasn't
this conversation.
me.
Maybe it was your mother. Your mom has a way of breaking my soul. She actually almost made me cry the other day. So somebody brought it up that he, in the actual like thing when they redid him, he wasn't very attractive, and I was like, that's true. But Tarzan I also really liked too, because he really like tried to like give her like service. Like, he was
and
not
they couldn't
like,
communicate, so then you don't have the
I don't have
words
the
issue.
battle. That's the other thing about the Beast too. Like, like even when they talk to each other and stuff, like he doesn't need that like lovey-dovey words. Like,
No.
he didn't need to be like coddled by the. Yeah, and I can't.
He's more gruff. And you know
Yeah.
who else? I think if we're gonna go back to Throne of Glass, I think Kale for you.
I liked him, but I fucking love military men, so I can't fucking be like, oh, I hated him.
I do too.
But I did not. I don't know.
I think Kale fits your love languages more
He
because
100%
Dorian fits mine a lot more because he is
I
kind
just
of
didn't
like
want to think about like, that's true, he does, but he ends up with that really soft spoken like, I'm loud
With
and
Irene?
gruff and like.
Well, but Irene was soft spoken and stuff, but Irene also would like cut him down at the knees if he was being an asshole.
That's true. I'm good at that.
So Irene had a softness to her, but she was also very
I don't know
strong.
if I have a softness to me though. I feel like I'm always brutally mean. Richie, my ex-husband, would watch this and be like, yes, she was.
But
She was
I
a horrible
think-
person and she should die.
I think, oh God, I think that like Irene fits him, and I think you do have some qualities that Irene has.
I'm
because
sure I
she's,
do.
She's a caretaker.
Yeah.
She she is very strong-willed. When Kay all first arrived, she's like, "Fuck this guy, I'm not helping
That's true.
him."
She does. That's 100% how I am with most relationships.
Yeah.
You come in, and I'm like, fuck you.
So Irene
you have
was
to you have to chip away the ice.
Irene was very much that way. So I think in a lot of she does have a softer side, but she's still really a fierce person. They think the most actual soft person in Throne of Glass is probably a lead, and she's still a very strong woman.
Yeah. Hers was interesting, though.
Yeah.
Her softness was interesting because she wasn't really all that, I don't know. She definitely was stronger than most people, especially with her situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't really harden her the way it would other people. I think that's why she's interesting.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else we have for book boyfriends. Oh, what's the guy's name in Bride?
Oh, Lo Moreland.
Yeah, I have him on here. Okay, I was wondering. I couldn't remember who Lo was, and I was like, I have him on here. It's bothering me. I fucking loved Lo.
Yeah.
I did.
Lo was.
I did love Lo. Now I'm sitting here thinking about it. I could see him fitting me.
I think Lo would fit you.
He was perfect with the words. He didn't leave whenever she would fucking try to push him away. 100% one of those things I fucking love. Okay, I am one of those fucking girls, and I know this is super unrealistic, but I know I did it when I was definitely younger. I did it quite often, which part of the reason why I had a lot of trouble in my first relationship, which is why 4 years went by really fucking fast. Did you ever have that I'm done with you. Why is he not chasing me?
Yes, I have experienced that. I've also had the I'm done with you, and then I hope to God he doesn't chase me.
Oh, okay. But this was I was definitely needed to not walk away from the conversation. We needed to finish it. But for whatever reason, I was struggling to express said need. And I would storm off and be like, why is he not
So
coming
this is
after me?
before your narcissist experience, right? So I'm
laughing way too hard because I'm pretty sure every guy I've ever been with was fucking
so I
narcissistic.
only ask because
I'm sorry to all my ex-boyfriends out there.
I only ask because my ex-boyfriend was 100% a narcissist.
Yes.
I was with him for 2 years, very abusive person. But what happened was it was such a volatile relationship that it changed the way that I interacted with other people as well. And so the way I would blow up and react was that if something small was happening to be angry about, I was not able to have a conversation about it at all. When I first met my husband, and my poor family had to deal with me during this time. So sorry, guys. Thank you for sticking with me while I was being an absolute asshole. But when
your mom is just too nice. If you were my kid, I'd run back in.
No, my parents were like, you don't get to treat us like this. This is not your life is not that bad.
Mom,
come on.
She's just your mom is so freaking amazing. There's been many of times where I thought that for reals, she was gonna make me cry from just being like, how do you feel about that? Do you need to calm down now? You just
she's such a steady presence.
Yes. But sometimes I want to be like, yell at me. Tell me I'm a horrible person and I should die.
No, but I bring it up only because when I started dating my husband, we had our first big fight, and I just remember screaming, crying, blah blah blah.
Every emotion's circling
everything
through.
was just coming out of me, and he's literally just sitting there staring at me and was not reacting. And when you don't have you don't realize when you get out of those toxic relationships that you are totally building off of each other, and it's just continuing to raise you up and raise you up. When you encounter someone who doesn't respond, it totally deflates your bubble, or your balloon. You're just sitting there
That's
why
true.
are you not yelling at me again? So I don't know. It changes the way that I have had to deal with conflict.
Yeah.
I did used to blow up a little bit before my narcissist experience, and then it made it way worse.
Yeah. So in that situation though, when you walked out, you did not want him to fucking follow you.
That was my end of my narcissistic relationship, was finally just being no, I'm done. I'm over being treated like this. So, but my point was that the way that we're with people shapes us.
Oh yeah, every experience changes with that. I have to be honest with you, because words don't bother me. I don't think narcissists bother me.
Mm-hmm.
I think most people are like, narcissists break you down. I'm over here it's a fighting fucking challenge. Fuck you. Let's do it. I was young when I was dating the one. We started dating when I was a freshman in high school. And I think we ended after graduation.
Mm-hmm.
So we were together 4 years, something
wow.
like that. And I had already graduated. I don't know why my mom put up with that situation, because he was in his 20s when we started dating. Well, he was 19 when we started dating. So he was in his 20s when I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not know how to express feelings. Like, my parents weren't like super good. My dad would shut down, and my mom just like, they never fought in front of us either, which I thought was really strange, like growing up. Like, but now that I'm an adult, I'm like, well, because my dad didn't fucking talk. Like, if he didn't like something, he did silence treatment.
Oh,
He
that's
was just
awful.
like, he doesn't do it to me though, which is fucking hilarious. He's never once. Maybe because he has a daughter that won't shut the fuck up. She's like, how are you fucking feeling,
like,
Dad? Rah, 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 rah. In your fucking ear. He's like, I'm deaf in this ear, talk in this one. But he would shut down, and my mom, I guess, just didn't care enough to fight. I don't know. Like, she was just like, fuck it. Like, we've been together for 20 fucking years. Who gives a shit? I don't know. So when I got with my boyfriend, I had big fucking feelings, right? Like, you're 16 and your fucking feelings are...
Yeah.
Plus, you add in some fucking hormones. And
Everything's off the charts.
expensive. You're just like, ah! So I don't know, that poor guy. Even if he wasn't a narcissist, I probably made him one. But yeah, I did it quite often, like way more often, like looking back, which is, hindsight is 2020, man. Looking back, how many fucking things I did that were like, God, you were a fucking psycho, right? Like, looking back, I was like, who's the psycho in that relationship? Like, I want to blame you, but who the fuck is like, fuck you, rah, 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 stomping out the fucking door, slamming it, and then standing on the other side of the door going, he's coming, right? He's coming, right? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like,
I know. Well, when we read about that in a lot of these books, is that they like
they
have
really do come
they
back,
throw
though.
like they get so upset they leave, and they're like, I just wish they would follow me. And I think it takes like a very patient person from their partner to actually follow them, or to give them the space that they need to come back.
There was a couple of them that did not follow them, but they did wait patiently for them to come back. I never fucking came.
That happened with Eli in Not in Love. So in Not in Love, he professes his love to her, and then she leaves. And then
That's right.
he's kind of sitting there like, I hoped she would come back, and then he just has to wait. And she does eventually come back. But the same thing happens with Deep End for Lucas, because he also professes it, and then she literally leaves the state.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I think love theoretically it might even happen too. Like, it happens a lot in these romance books, and it's kind of the third act breakup, or like the it's way too many emotions type thing.
Yeah, because emotions are hard to deal with, especially when you're not sure like what you feel. I don't know, like I wasn't good at coming back. He would always have to chase me.
I would always
100% was not good at coming back.
I would give up, and I would apologize even if it wasn't my fault.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
I don't do that
I'm over
anymore.
here like, fuck no. Even at 16, I was like, bitch, you're coming for me, or I'm not fucking coming back. I don't know how many times we probably broke up. I don't think we ever actually broke up. Like, I don't even ever think I even used the word breakup, because I'm a strong believer that if you fucking say you want a divorce, like, I'm fucking out. Like, peace out, buddy. Well, we're talking about love languages.
Yeah.
It's a whole podcast.
Let's get back on topic.
I thought we were pretty fucking on topic.
I think we're doing
But
good.
I actually did a test that was, what is your like love style?
Oh, interesting.
Star's got a lot of fucking emotions that she doesn't know how to deal with. So I'm one of those people that's overly
You're like,
educated.
I need an online quiz to tell me.
I'm overly educated. Mine was actually avoidant. Which would explain why the fucking running out and be like, chase me, bitch. I'm avoiding feeling
Now I want to take mine.
But people were really shocked that mine was avoidance, but I wasn't. My best friend was like, it's 100% on the topic. Like, the only person in this world, I think, that has never gotten...
attachment style quiz.
There you go.
Okay.
The only person in this world
I'll
I
just
think
cut
has
this.
never gotten to where I actually cared. You're going to cut what? I want to see you take the test online. It sounds like a fun time.
Where I'm just silent.
Yeah. No, so the only person I think has ever not gotten me to be avoidant in any situation is my son. Let's see. While Katie's taking the test, Star's going to look at her list of men and see what she's got. Yeah, so let's see. What do I got? We did Rowan. We did Dorian. We did Lorcan. We did Rysand. We did Israel. We did Kingfisher. Oh, we didn't do Zayden.
Zayden. Zayden is neither of ours, I think.
No, I don't think so. He was... The fucking fact that he lied to her fucking made me angry. That one's a big deal. That one I don't think is an actual love language, but that is definitely a big fucking deal. I'm sorry. Loyalty and honesty are two fucking huge things that people need to have in any relationship. Like, just to be able to... I don't know. That one really fucking bothers me. He was also young and still needed to figure it out. Like, looking back, because I'm an adult now, like, I'm too freaking old. I think that's the difference, though, is like, if I was in my 20s, would I still be the same? I feel like I still would be.
You would end up with Zayden in your early 20s.
No, that I would still be the same person. Like I still always wanted loyalty and honesty have been one of my two big things. Okay, what about Rune?
Rune's a hard one for me
Let's
because
think. What is
Rune
Rune?
spends so much time having issues with Lydia. But I think when they're day and night, I think he would be my man because he just wants to go like sit on the couch with her.
That's
and
true.
talk
He
with
did.
her.
Yeah.
So I think in terms of when he's not absolutely pissed off that Lydia is, someone she's not supposed to be, then yeah, I think that would be totally my book boyfriend.
My book boyfriend.
My book boyfriend.
Okay, I have Levi Ward, but for some reason I'm not remembering Levi.
Levi Ward. Oh, he sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm not remembering him though. I should have done better at just not naming them and actually putting like. All right, guys. Adam Carlson. We
Love
did
on
a
the Brain.
podcast.
Levi's from Love on the Brain.
We did a podcast about him. I did not love him in that book, but I think he would be good for Katie. I think he'd be Katie's.
Who was it?
Adam Carlson.
You think Adam Carlson is mine? Girl.
I did not like Adam Carlson for any reason, but I think he would fit you. He definitely spent quality time with her. Did you finish your test? You're
No,
over
I
here
didn't.
talking. Stop talking. I'm just
trying to
naming
make
off
it
people.
not boring for people to listen to. No, oh my God, Adam Carlson. Fuck, is he actually like? Damn it.
He spends time with her.
Ugh,
Trying to think what else he does.
he's not very good with his words.
That's true. He'd be my type.
Although
then.
he does like when he actually opens up to her. I think he's the only person his words are actually good with.
Okay, I cannot remember who Levi Ward is.
He's Love on the Brain.
I know. I can't remember that story,
It's
but
the-
obviously I read it because he's on my list.
It's the guy at NASA who she was hated
Oh,
her.
okay. I fucking hated him. No.
I didn't hate
No.
him.
Okay, so he wasn't, quality time wasn't his problem. But what I didn't like about him was that he did the whole writing to the chick that he doesn't fucking know online.
Yeah, on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, and they were having a conversation about each other and they didn't. No, I don't know. That one bothered me. I'm trying to think. Would he fit me? No, because he doesn't do any acts of service for her. No, that's not true. He does. Because remember, he keeps trying to protect her in the damn. Okay, maybe he would be my type because he does not fucking care about her words. And he doesn't give a shit what she dresses
I think
like.
B is very aggressive towards him. And he,
100% is. I was trying to. I wanted to be like, no. And then I was like, he probably is.
I don't think this was the test you wanted me to take. It says I'm securely attached to my relationship.
Yeah, that's not the test.
Dang it. We just spent all this time.
I know. I'm trying to like. It's so hard to remember the stupid test. We might have to do it on a different time. But avoidant attachment was mine, which was a really interesting.
I don't know. So, okay. So out of Allie Hazelwood's books, we're looking at Eli and Adam Carlson are my two.
I think Adam Carlson would fit you, like if you think about it, because he's
I don't dislike Adam. I like Adam, but
no, but I'm just trying to think. Like I think he would suit you in the sense that
actually,
like
I think Adam Carlson is kind of like my husband in quite a few ways. Actually, now that I think about it,
your poor husband's like, I can't wait to listen to these podcasts
he's
and
like,
be
I
like
don't want to.
completely
Why
demolished.
do I get brought up in every one of these fucking
All right,
things?
and then we've done Eli a couple times.
Eli's fantastic, so he just keeps getting brought up. I wish Connor Harkness was my kind of guy because I love Hark.
So fucking my type. So my number one, I have to say would be Connor. Even everything I can't fucking stand about him, but that makes me know that he would be my number one because it's always the guys I fucking can't stand that always end up being the best.
If
relationship
I'm ranking
for me.
who I like, then I would be Lucas, Connor. Eli.
Like in the sense of like your love language fits.
No, Connor does not fit my love language.
No, but I'm saying like if you were liking them in the sense of your love language fits.
Oh, Eli first.
Eli first, okay.
And then probably Adam Carlson, actually. Now that I think about it. Jack Smith's got to be in there, too, because I think Jack Smith also
Okay,
is
I have
very-
Jack Smith on here, but I can't remember who he is either. I'm struggling
He's
with
from
some of
Love
these.
Theoretically, and I need to revisit that story a little bit more.
Maybe
but
that's what my problem is. I need to revisit the story.
But Jack Smith kept because they were doing the interviews, and he kept the secret that the fact that she was never going to get that job and stuff at MIT. So I think that would be a problem for me.
Wait, isn't Jack Smith the asshole that like tries to like screw over one of the girls?
He's viewed as an asshole.
That's not who I'm thinking of then.
No, you're thinking of Tom Benson.
Yes.
I love hypothesis. We are not ranking him.
No,
at all.
that was who I was thinking it was.
No. So Jack Smith and Levi, I would have to go and revisit their stories again. Ansing with Low.
Okay, so Levi bothered the fuck out of me. Except for now that I think about it, he would fit my love language type because he not only tries to protect her, but his actions are to like he keeps trying to help like go behind the scenes because every time he has to like remember because
Because
like,
her
his
equipment's
boss,
going missing.
yeah,
or
and
they're
his
not
boss
getting
keeps
funded.
trying to like unfund them because the government doesn't want to like do it, and so
Yeah.
he keeps trying to protect her and like keep her from. So like I started thinking about, I'm like, okay, well, acts of service is a huge one in that. Like,
I think what you need is just like a quiet dude that just behind the scenes like makes things happen for you and makes your life easier because you're such a big presence in your life.
I know, but like
you're so forward.
the like quiet guy. I'm like, could you be
I
kind of
know.
loud in the bedroom, please?
But I well,
like, could you just choke
I know,
me out?
I
Like,
know you are not an Azrael fan, but SJM says Azrael is a freak. So I think
I know, it really bothering me though. Every time you bring him up, I'm like, motherfucker, I would
think
probably
Azrael
like
is
him.
your
You know what I
guy.
was just thinking about though, that we didn't talk about or like approach, probably because it's a terrible fucking book and I don't know if we're actually, but the guy from Haunting Adeline, what the fuck is his name?
Oh, Zaid Meadows.
Sade.
It's not a horrible book. It's a
No.
well-written book, but it's a
I
very
think
triggering
Zade's
book.
fucking love language of touching me, I think he fucking really triggered me in a lot of like, I was like, oh my fucking God. Even when he takes the belt and like wraps it around her neck, everything in me was like, but again, in book theory, not real fucking life. I cannot be not in control. Okay.
I
The
think
thought of you fucking choking me out scares the shit out of me.
No.
But in the book, I was like, hell yeah, daddy, choke me with that leather belt.
Zaid probably does fit your love languages more.
100% does. He
He-
touches her all the time. He's always, and the end of that fucking book bothered me too.
Yeah, Zaid is not my love languages at all, and I think the way he treats Adeline doesn't make sense for his character, and that's probably part of what bothers me because I would also just be like,
No, he's 100% would be my fucking book number one boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that I'm sitting here thinking about, okay, touching her is huge. Fucking love being touched. Touches her. I fucking love that. And he touches her all the time. He's never not touching her. Okay. They do spend a little bit of quality time together, but the fact that he fucking tries to find her and like goes out of his way, and he's always doing like little things for her that she doesn't
Yeah.
realize he's doing, and the fucking flowers. I'm not a huge gift person, but there's something about that like little tiny act that like
that
yeah,
he cut
no,
the
he's fucking yeah.
didn't
no.
he did he cut
takes all the little
the
little
thorns
thorns off. It's,
yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if we were taking all the bad shit away from him,
That's what I'm saying, is that,
and he
like-
can take her fucking words. She can cut and push and throw him, and he's like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, little mouse.
That's what I'm
every
trying-
fucking time. I was like, yes, daddy. Okay, again, book boyfriend.
I
not,
think that's
not real life.
I haven't listened
He
to
would
the
be the
audiobook.
boyfriend I would date in real life just because he's fucked up
He's
mentally.
fucked up, yeah.
But yeah, no, he would totally was my fucking go-to
No, you're
guy.
right. I think that's you haven't read the Powerless series yet by Lauren Roberts. I'll have you
No.
read that. Kai Azar is like
I think you talked about him before.
Yeah, Kai Azar would probably be another book boyfriend because he loves spending time with Peyton. He is very like always telling her things, always talking to her, always complimenting her, like very, very words of affirmation.
Compliments
type of guy.
don't do it for me. You compliment me and I'm just gonna fucking blow you off and keep walking.
It depends on the type of compliment. If you just tell me I look pretty, it's like, okay, thanks. But like if
No.
it's like more than that, like
Even if you tell me I look pretty.
like here's what a great example of like where my husband like met me on words of affirmation. So well actually he met me on two things. This happened last night. He let me read because I'm reading the book chapters to him as I'm finishing them, which helps me like catch things that don't sound wrong or don't sound right, but also like gets another perspective on them. So I read 3 chapters to him, which is like each chapter takes probably 15-20 minutes to read out loud anyways.
Okay.
And then, so he sat down with me that time, focused on me while I was reading those, gave me feedback to it. And he said, so he met with words of affirmation right after that, where he said, when we started this book, or when we started talking about it, I felt like I was there helping you a lot and like giving you guidance or like advice as you asked for it. He's like, but now I feel like you're beyond what I can give you. And I feel like you've hit your stride and I'm so proud of you. And I was like, oh, you kidding me? So that is the type of thing where like I was just like, I felt so seen and so like.
It's super funny. The only time that I ever want to fucking hear a compliment is when you're like, put that pretty little mouth around my cock. That's the only time that I care. Like, otherwise, I'm like, don't fucking talk about how cute I am.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I know I'm pretty, okay? I don't want you to fucking tell me I'm pretty. I think that might be a confidence issue.
It might be.
I don't want you to tell me I'm pretty because I know I'm pretty. Fuck
Am I-
yourself.
I'm like, please just help me feel better about myself.
I really when the first time I don't know what got me into it. I had met my husband already. I think I was just struggling a lot with I know I was struggling a lot, especially when we were married. Again, my tongue, I didn't know this at the time, no matter how many times you told me, I probably still wasn't fucking listening. I can cut a man down very quick, and I never actually thought about it like where it's hurting people. It still to this day still have trouble with that, like obviously. But I think I was just trying to figure out like how to like make my relationship okay, which like, you know, but I am 100% like do not need a compliment, because I never was like having the confidence of like being like I'm pretty and I can go out in the world and do whatever. Like I never needed that. But I will tell you a compliment for me though, which is gonna sound really like not like a compliment, which goes back to the whole book boyfriends, which is why I think I like these fucking dirty bastards. Is like I think even in Reckless, she's wearing like a dress or something, and he just takes her to the back room and just bangs the fuck out of her. I think that's 100% a compliment to me. I don't need you to tell me I'm fucking fine.
You want it to be shown,
you to take
right?
me to the back. What was it? The laundry room or something?
Oh,
it was
I
something
don't
really,
remember.
really wrong.
I think
That,
it was the laundry room.
which is like not really the place you want to just be taken from behind. But yeah, that's 100% like
you
my.
should read Cash.
I have it on my wish list. It's the next book I was thinking about doing. But yeah, I think like if you're going in like love languages, I think maybe that's why I like the dark boys, especially in the books that we read that are like, because like when Theo meets her, he's like, yeah, that's the girl. Like he's not like, oh, hey, pretty girl. He's just like walking out the store and she's looking at him and he was like, I'm going to fuck that upside down. Like, I guess I don't need to be told I'm pretty. I need to be shown I'm pretty.
Yeah, I think
But that's a love language. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, like you're touching me. You're telling me I'm pretty. Maybe that's when I like to be touched. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah,
you to tell me I'm
you're
pretty.
getting it communicated through physical
I'm getting
touch.
it communicated the wrong way.
Not the wrong way. It's the right way for you.
6 feet deep.
Whereas I'm just like, I just want to, this is probably why podcasting is just perfect for me. Cause I'm like, you want to sit and talk to me for hours? Star.
I never thought about that, Katie. I actually been enjoying doing this.
This has been fun.
It has been fun, even if nobody fucking watches. Fuck everybody. I will watch it.
Okay, I wanted to say this again, problematic summer romance. But Eli, when he's like telling everyone that they got married without them, and he's like, y'all can go fuck yourself.
Oh, I fucking loved that. Okay. That is another one of those things that like, okay, so he would not be on my list, but their wedding fucking did it for me.
Yeah.
Because I 100%, my husband and I had the most intimate wedding ever. Like it was just like us and like 4 family members and like my fucking best friend, his best friend, and those were our witnesses.
Yeah.
That was it. That is the kind of wedding I wanted. I was 100%. That's another reason why I think Rue and I are so much alike. I don't want I'm flashy as fuck to everybody. They think that I am just the most flashy thing ever. I want you to have the most beautiful wedding, whatever. I got married in a pretty red dress. I was super fucking happy. Again, my husband fucking tore that dress right off and showed me how much he loved me. I guess I just don't need, but to most people, they would not believe that. They'd be like, you're a fucking liar. But I don't need that. Like,
no, I could see you preferring something like that. Whereas like for me, I had, I think we invited 100 people and we had 80 people at our wedding.
That's too many.
Which I loved. I loved having so many people. I loved it being like a big party, like a big celebration, which is funny because I feel like part of me, I don't know if it's because I'm insecure or something, but like I enjoy like getting that like, you don't think I'm insecure?
No.
But I enjoy. It's the same with like posting on social media. It's like I enjoy kind of like getting the good like positive feedback. And so with like that many people, and that's not why I did it. I genuinely wanted to have like all my family there, but it partially might have been motivated by that fact that I enjoy kind of getting that like positive words of affirmation feedback, or like, you know, people loving something on social media or responding to me when I post something. Like I love that engagement and like conversation that sparks from stuff like that. So
yeah, I guess I don't care. It never occurred to me that you said that. I'm like, no, I don't need that.
Yeah, I like it. It's probably like a little bit of an addiction when it comes to like social media and stuff. But like we got our first YouTube comment. I was like, we got a YouTube comment.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, but like that was only because I was excited that people actually saw it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh shit, people actually saw it. It really isn't just gonna be the two of us watching our own fucking videos over and over and over again and be like, we did it. No, to be honest with you, even doing this podcast is fun as it is to fucking hang out with you and just yab like we would normally do. This gives me fucking pure anxiety.
Yeah.
Like just the thought that people are going to watch this.
I am a little nervous about that. Granted, I have done like I did post on YouTube and stuff at one point, and I do post some things on social media. And like I have a small TikTok following, but I don't have it on the scale. The thing that I am is because the people who are going to listen to this are our peers. They are the people we work with, the people that are family members or friends that I've known for however long. So like seeing how their perspectives change,
I think they'll watch
it's going to be
one
interesting.
episode and then be like, never again.
Yeah, they're like, what was that?
I think I have a feeling this is gonna sound terrible, and it's crossed my mind many of times. I feel like we are gonna end up going outside of our peer group because I think our peer group's gonna take one look at this and be like, I don't want to fucking know about you. I don't want to know that about you. Like my mom's watching and she'd be like, you did what? You deep throated that how? It's crossed my mind a few times. And my mom is loving in her own way, which may be why my love languages work so well with my family, because my mom's not a touchy person, but she's very considerate and does lots of, actually everybody in my family is super fucking action related. Like,
yeah. I know at least my mom
I know
will
my
be.
fucking whole family's love language is action.
I don't know how much they'll listen to like the whole thing, but I know my mom will at least. Like she's subscribed to our YouTube, and I know that like, you know, my family will participate and share everything. But like,
Yeah.
I am interested to see like who, because I don't know how many people actually know how much we're doing for this podcast. Like what we're actually doing is we're talking about books.
Oh,
like
I talk about this
so-
shit all the time. Everybody that fucking knows me knows what
I know
this.
that, but,
I'm like,
like-
hardcore. Like, don't ever introduce yourself to somebody that has drive. Because I was like telling your mom, I was like, I don't know, dude. I was kind of half-ass joking. I thought a podcast would be fucking fun. I didn't know how much I did not want to do a podcast until your daughter was like, let's do it. And now my anxiety every time we get behind the camera is like, da 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 da.
I think you're doing so much better though.
But I talk about it all the time. I was literally like, oh my God, my hairstylist doing my hair. Oh my God, girl, we started a podcast about books. They're smutty and you've read like 8 of them because I've seen them around. Like, no, I talk about it to everybody. Anytime you fucking sit me down, I'm like, oh my God.
I know, but there's
So-
like a bunch of people that I wouldn't expect to interact with it have interacted, and I'm like, do you read these books?
It's because I'm cute.
It's because you're cute.
I'm
That's
cute.
it.
No, I think a lot of them know what it is. I've told a lot of them, even the ones that you're like, are you sure you want to interact with this? They know it's about books. They also know us. Okay,
That's true.
They're also like, Star fucking can't stay on topic. Fuck
No.
off.
The-
What are we talking about? Love languages. What have we been talking about? Not that.
Not that.
No, but this what's fun about us is that's why we named it Aimless Attention, because I don't fucking pay attention. Like I'm like squirrel.
I start telling stories, and I'm like, fuck, what was the point of this? Like, what happened in the middle
I'm
of
like
this
100%
one?
trying to bring you back. I'm like, I know where you were
And
going.
then all I kept doing was just reiterating the same thing. I'm like, this is what I just said. This is what I
know
just
what
said.
you were doing. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be fun. I think we'll get a bigger, like, people that don't know us. I think will eventually find us.
That's my hope.
Because I found an aimless podcast
Mhm.
while I was looking for ours, and they had like 130 something people, and I don't know, it didn't look like it was their family because theirs also looked like it was. I actually wanted to subscribe to it, then I was like, well, I don't watch enough of this stuff right now. Like I do watch podcasts, and I do just like with all the books that we've been doing, I haven't had time for other people.
It's a lot.
But I do, yeah. They look like they kind of like their family was like, fuck this nonsense. And theirs was actually interesting because theirs was also like theirs was an attention deficit problem,
Okay.
which I thought was kind of fun. So I was like, oh, that would be fun. But I'm sure they just got found just randomly. Like people were probably just like, oh, which is what I think will happen with us.
Yeah.
It's just be like, and what if you are friends and family, please forward our shit, even if you don't like it.
Share us, please.
Like, even if you don't like
The
it.
funny thing is, so I think this podcast is probably going to post in or drop on like our second month of
Okay.
being live. So like, who knows who's out there listening to us right now?
Right.
It's kind of crazy to predict and think about, but I think that's all we really have to say about book boyfriends. I mean,
Not a loss.
we'll book boyfriends are a fun topic to always come back to, but I liked the way we approached it with like, if we just bare bones who they are and their love languages, like who fits us, and I think that was kind of fun.
I do have to say before we go, because this really bothered me, okay? And we will talk about it later. In Reckless, he's a fucking Virgo. She's wrong. Whoever the fuck, LC Silver, whoever the fuck, look up your goddamn astrology. He's not a fucking Virgo. I don't give a shit who you are or what you think. No.
Just personality wise, is not.
No, everything he fucking does other than the fact that he's a clean freak, which you could fucking put for anybody. Anybody could be a fucking clean freak. I'm a clean freak and I'm not a Virgo. I got fucking OCD and I'm not a Virgo. I don't know why it bothered me. It really fucking
Man,
set me
Star's
off on
coming for Elsie Silver
Yeah,
today.
dude. It set me off on a fucking whole tangent. I had to fucking complain about it before we let go of the podcast while I was thinking about it. I'm sure when we break this book in, I'll complain about it again.
Okay, so final book boyfriends. I think number one for me, meeting my love languages, is Eli Kilgore.
Mine's cat. Cat and mouse. Mine's cat. I
Yours
can't
is-
fucking
yours
think of
is
his
Zayd
name.
Meadows.
I
I was
can't
like,
think
cat-
of his name.
I was thinking-
I hella blanked it.
I was
like,
thinking
the fuck
Catriona
is-
from-
I was like, what the fuck was his name?
From Fourth Wing, I was like, we didn't even talk about her. I'm so
No.
confused.
No. It
Yeah.
was definitely
So Zayd Meadows is your
Zayd
number one.
Meadows.
All
with
right.
his different colored eyes.
All right. Well, if you let us know who your book boyfriend is by your love language, I would be super interested to see anybody else who's taken this test and like has an idea of who
Love
they match up
languages.
with.
I think it's 5 love languages by Cherry. Lord. 5 love language is by Gary Chapman. He has a whole book too if you ever want to read it. I'm pretty sure he has a shit ton of books, and I've read like at least 9 of them, but that one is the book to read for love languages.
Awesome. Yeah, so if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to throw up a slide where you can follow us on social media. Follow us, subscribe to us on Spotify, and follow us on social media or on YouTube. We'll see you next time.